and a big moving. Here we are. It's the marketing show. Who knows what episode number it is because I don't have a mechanism for keeping tracks, but 35 or something. Oh, and there was a new guy, Nisha, who I was recommending joining us. He's not online at the moment, but here we go. Here we are. It is Sam and Matt and Marufa and Federico and Blandine, and it is a Friday. And yeah, I guess we will start by doing that thing that we do at the beginning of the meetings, where we work out what it is we do in the meeting. So let's share the screen, and we will go around and check what we want to get out of life. I mean, what they want to get out of the meeting. What they want to get out of life is probably it's a bigger conversation for another. But well, who knows? Who knows where it will go? It's always so. Hey, Matt, were there any particular things on your mind?
Just the revised project by Agile Ventures logo button.
Ah, yeah.
And I think it was Blandine was asking about creating graphics, and I was going to suggest a Sketch app and briefly mention that I'm trying to get it for Agile Ventures for less than you can do 6 weeks free, but beyond that it's like $95. So I'm trying to get that.
Is it to like create logos and stuff?
Yes, it's very good at that. And to do.
I think it was me. I wanted to learn it.
Oh, sorry, Marufa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cool. Okay. So that's things from Matt. Marufa. Yeah. So learning about logos. Anything else on your mind?
The newsletter.
Yep.
And the social media posting plan. Maybe we can talk about. I haven't yet done the emails for the funds, but yeah, I'm going to test that.
Sure. Okay. Cool. Great. That's Marufa's list. Federico?
Hey, I don't have too much. I want to allow time for everyone else today, since I kind of spoke a fair amount on Monday.
Right. Cool. Right. And it's perfectly acceptable to not have anything that one wants to bring up. That's great.
I mean, if we have time at the end, I do have some things. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you might be that you mention them and someone will say, yes, that's really important. Should we just put them down?
Sure. Getting the podcast on Stitcher, the React Mob, and I came up with 3 alternatives to the button, the call to action button.
Right. Cool.
Okay. Yes. Can we talk about HILP statistics?
What kind of statistics, sorry?
HILP.
IP?
The Healthy London
Partnership.
No?
Yeah, Healthy London Partnership.
Okay. Yes.
Excuse me.
Yes, we certainly can. That makes me remember things that I have been thinking to mention. Yeah. Okay. There we go. That's a set of things. We've got some stuff. If you think of something else, do mention it. I was just going to go and look at our action items from last time. I'm just going to thumbsing up Lara's thing that she's telling. She's coming in 15 minutes. Gosh, as I have so many Slacks, everything slows down. Yes, so just scrolling up in the. Come on, Slack, you can do it. You know you can. Everybody else, I'm on Slack desktop. It upgraded the other day, but now it's being really slow. So I want to get back. There we go. That was the previous meeting. Action items. Yeah. So various people are set up for Medium. Has everybody who's got Medium access needs Medium? Everybody wants Medium access. Has got Medium access.
I have some questions about that. I don't know if I'm being added.
I don't know what your email or username that on Medium is, so I
Okay.
haven't been able to add you.
Okay.
So, did you
Okay.
have a Medium account?
No, so I should create one and
Yes,
then.
so go to medium.com, create the account, let me know what either the email or the username, and then I can add you.
And can I ask another question about the Medium?
Uh-huh.
I was thinking of using that blog part of our newsletter, like with the Facebook and LinkedIn, to have the blog so that people can be able to access it. Another way of them.
Right.
So I was thinking, I don't know how it works. Do we have a AgriVentures channel and then loads of blogs of different members in it, or is it just
Yes.
individuals everywhere?
We have an AgriVentures channel,
Okay.
and
that's
I would
fine.
add you to that AgriVentures channel when
Okay.
you're signed up.
Okay, I'll do it later. Sorry, I'm using my phone.
No worries. We'll just put that in there. Down here. Something else was anything there. Medium. Okay. Yeah, so we've got this adding the NHS Wiki and Wiki dashboard to the non-profit site, which, yeah, what I have started doing actually there is I've created like a case studies page in the system and started putting some things in there, but we do want it to get into the non-profits site. But so, oh gosh, I have a half feeling that I did. Oh, is it this website? No, it's not. Confusing thing, isn't it? It's AV static website. Gosh, getting all these names sorted out. Do we even have that in as an issue in there? No, so we have the connecting that yeah, we got. I guess we got get the logos into the site. That's yeah, and case studies. Okay, so that's that. Let's go back to here. Anything else? Yeah. So in my very small way, Federico, I tried to promote React Mob a bit more in the Slack, at least.
Yeah, I noticed.
And I saw you doing it as well. So that was.
Now,
go on.
real quickly, Stella, did she talk to you?
Stella, I am occasionally talking to Stella. Yep. In what sense?
She after one of your posts, she mentioned that she's really interested in the React Mob.
Yes.
I was wondering if there was any follow up there.
There wasn't. I mean, I think she's based in Kenya and they don't have a lot of funds. So
Okay.
yeah, we will see. I think there's yeah. I mean, there's if people are interested in, we can maybe talk about more about upgrades in that in the website one meeting, because there's other things going on there. So we've already got the newsletter on the topic. There Blandine on Slack statistics. Did I give you the information that you needed, Blandine, about Slack?
Yes. Yes.
Great. So, I've got this. I promised to adjust this thing. I'm going to try and get that done later today. Lara, did Lara connect with you on the posting plan?
Sorry. She did. It was my fault. I only gave it this morning to her, the posting plan. So
No worries.
yeah.
She followed you up. Fantastic.
Yeah. But I've done it. Hopefully it's good. I put it on Trello and I sent an email, a Slack to Lara with the document as well.
Excellent. Yeah, I've got us an account on Web CEO, but I don't think you're able to share it. So we've got some analysis that's of HLP, and then Federica, you and I did could a design sprint be run online? Maybe more talk about that in the community meeting on Monday. Okay, I think that was our previous action items that are kind of covered. I just want to, so I don't forget it, I want to put this change in the font size and things that we discussed into the website one issues there. No, I've got it in there. Right. Okay. So that brings us into, yeah. So Matt, did you had some, you've done some more revisions of this logo button thing?
Yes, I put them in the channel.
Yeah, somehow I missed them then.
They should be there up in the channel. Right there. It doesn't look exactly like you're saying, but it's got the logo on the left and
Right. It's going in
it's
that
got the
direction.
border.
Great.
And
And
it's
then we've got the sketch thing of it. So any of us who've got sketch can come in and tinker with it and so on. Yeah, great. So
Loaded the
yes.
Wiki one just to compare.
Yeah, fantastic. Yes, I think certainly having the balance that way around. Yeah, and then we want to think about this is nice because I think particularly the sketching. On that note, the sketch app and Marufa was asking about it. I mean, there are also things. There are other free options like there's GIMP, which I've used occasionally, but is I don't know. And then there's also Photoshop, but I guess that's also something that would be. I don't know if Adobe would have. And there's Illustrator as well, isn't there? Which I've had access to in the past.
If people want to start doing mock-ups also.
Yeah. So there's I haven't used it, but you're recommending Sketch, are you, Matt?
Well, it's for somebody that wants to also do like mock-ups for websites and take pages and integrate them with InVision where you can actually click on them and simulate a website.
Right.
So maybe that's more than if you're just doing logos. It's probably more than you need. And you could go with the something free.
Yeah, but clearly for myself, Marufa Blandino, and other person who wanted to try it out. I mean, we'll see if they'll give us some free licenses. Maybe they won't. I asked Web CEO if they'd give us some free licenses, and they said no, they wouldn't. It's a special prices for education.
So I prodded them,
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see what they say. Yeah, so I set Matt up with agileventures.org email address, which I think Federico and Marufa you've both got, and Blandini, if you need one, we can set that up for you. So the thing that remains to be seen is about everybody whether they can send from that email address rather than just receive to it. Cool. So there's a Sketch app. And so Blandine and Marufa, if you're interested, that's search for Sketch, download it, install it, and then grab the item from here. And let's have a look. Showing the Finder. Double click that. And 6 weeks of here we go. Oh, there we go. So
you can move the elements around if you don't like where they are.
Sure. And so from here, we can then,
Great.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So this is the critical thing to be able to do, and we can play to our heart's content. All right, excellent. Thanks, Matt, for getting that started and set up. And I think that might be an interesting for whoever wants to play around and experiment with. We can all try alternatives.
Yeah.
So could I just make a suggestion?
Go on, Federico.
Could we try a different font at it instead of?
Well, I think
I tried to match the font, and it's just some you have to pay for that font or something, or I don't know.
Oh, really?
But Federico, what I'd say is, why don't you download Sketch and try
well,
and
I was
experiment?
trying to avoid that.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. Well, suggestion for alternate fonts noted. But we've certainly got now several of us who can potentially experiment with that. Okay. So maybe shall we move on from? I guess there's an action item which is basically. I mean, I've got control of that site that is for Sam. Get AV logo into HLP site. Yeah. So we'll work and get that done. But excellent getting that started, Matt. Thanks so much for that. Cool. All right. So should we move on? So Marufa, Marufa and Blandine, both of you or anyone, any questions about logos and formats and?
No. Yeah, I just want to learn, so it'd be good.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. There are lots of different pieces of software that can be used, and the key thing is this difference between you've got the standard graphics formats like GIF, PNG, JPEG, which can't be edited. You can't edit the text in them, and they're just and versus the particular. What would be lovely is if there was sort of an open standard that all of the different applications use. So if you edit it with Sketch, you could then reopen it in GIMP and so on, but there isn't. So.
Yeah, because I wanted to learn about Photoshop, before. But I feel like now we're more in depth with the marketing, what we're doing, that it's becoming more frequent that the like Google banners, displays, maybe for the email signature. So it's something that I would feel like for other projects we will use. So
definitely.
Something good for me to learn.
Fantastic. Okay, yeah. So next point on your list, newsletter.
Yes, I've done one article that the NHS Wiki has gone live. It's a small little article, and I put it on Trello. And I'm thinking of adding one more article on, Stephen Grinder. Maybe write an article on the 3 free channel courses.
Yep.
Maybe do a little something on that. So yeah, I'm thinking of just adding that because the article I have is quite small. And I wanted to know what everyone else is doing with the articles, because hopefully by Monday I can start making, putting a template up.
Sure.
I noticed, Marufa, that I think you already created a template, right?
Yes, but I meant like make the, create sorry, let me think.
Draft.
I'm trying to make the maze, draft.
Okay.
Sorry.
Thanks, Matt. Yeah, by the way, do you want to do a separate article on Stephen Grider, or because I was gonna maybe mention him in my article about the React mobs. I already watched yesterday 2 of the mobs of the React mobs, and I guess I'll watch the one that was yesterday, and then write about the React mob. But I don't know if you really want to write a separate article on Stephen Grider.
No, I think what you're doing is fine then. Therefore, it should be mentioned because we should promote him a little bit, and the courses. Yeah. So if you're doing it, then that's fine.
Of course, he also devoted the Elixir one. So we could have, there's a thing about the React mob, and then there could be Stephen Grider has donated courses to both the React and Elixir. It could be a separate one. I guess the question is there a third story? So NHS going live, that's great. We've got something that's going to mention the React mob. If we mention the React mob, obviously we've mentioned Stephen Grider. The question is, should the third one be a big piece on Stephen Grider, or have we got anything else that would be a good third piece?
Didn't we decide? Go ahead, Marufa.
No, go ahead.
Didn't we decide to do the NHS launch?
Well, we've got that one. It's in front of us here. Yeah, so that's one.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
But I think we're talking about having 3 articles, right? That's what we've had so far, and kind of 3 is a nice number. I mean, we could have 2, but so I'm just asking: do we? And we've kind of gone through this before. Do we have any ideas for articles besides there seem to be like 3 articles being mentioned? NHS website goes live, and then and Met Plus. Has something happened with Met Plus that is worthy of a news article?
Well, no, just that we mentioned it before.
Okay.
But I think we pushed it off till June.
Yeah. I mean, I think that there's, I mean, they kind of, I don't know, they keep on being on the cusp of going live, and it still hasn't quite really happened.
Sorry. I was thinking maybe we could have the NHS one, then maybe a small little paragraph on the fact that there's 3 courses, and just promote that a little bit, and then the third one can talk about the React mob and the experience of going into, so it will link up, line up. So maybe we should just do it like that for now, because
there's 2 courses and not 3 courses, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Wasn't there something else there?
Might have been. Can anybody remember what it was?
No.
I'll write to you and someone can fact check to you.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably in the previous minutes in the thing. I mean, if there was something else and we can't remember what it was, it's not very exciting.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
I guess we could be having about new community meetings taking place on Monday. That's something we got even in here. Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, people feel free to scroll back up in the Slack chat and work out if there was something else that could go in the newsletter. Okay, so moving on. Go on, Marufa.
Sorry, I'm sorry, it's just something about the social media post, but that's my next line. So
yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was going to say, let's move on to social media. Yes.
But it's just because what you just said about the events happening. I was thinking if we can get dates for the following months, we can enlighten it for the posting and promote it just before the events.
Right.
So if we get dates of when the events are happening for the following month, like May,
Sure.
June, July, and then I can, or whoever's doing the posting plan can add it on, so be in line. I think that would be good.
That would be good. I think that the danger is sometimes that the dates
doesn't happen.
change and so on. So it's but yeah, it would be very nice to have that. I totally agree. It would be fantastic to have that all.
What I would suggest is if you guys know about event happening a week before, it's actually happening. Just in our one of our marketing meetings, note it down so we can pop it into the posting plan. So we can still do it short term because it's social media. It can still be. It's like Twitter,
can be
just
added.
really,
Yeah. Okay, great. Thanks. Anything else that we need to do about the social media posting plan?
I've done. If anyone wants to look at it,
Yeah, I guess
on
so
Trello.
in Trello, yes. And it's great that things go into Trello. If I think you'll often elicit more immediate response potentially by dropping it into Slack. But yeah, Trello is great. So that's
like
here.
Trello because, and I like what you do with the posting note. Sorry, side note, but I like the fact that you note things down. But I like Trello because it just has all our documents all in one place and it doesn't need to be hunted down. So that's why I prefer
I totally agree. No, absolutely. Things get lost in Slack.
Yeah.
Trello is great. But at the moment, we don't have the notifications wired up from Trello.
Okay.
So anyway, what I can say is put it into Trello and then put the link to Trello into the Slack. But anyway, but yeah. So this is the posting plan. So we've got the right.
Yeah.
This is.
I tried. It's so hard.
Cool. That's great. It's great stuff. Yeah. So so anybody wants to help. Yeah, it is literally true that you can succeed best and quickest by helping others to succeed. Yes. That's exactly what we're all about. Fantastic. So that's there for people. So for example, here I can now take that link, and we've got it there. And also in marketing, we could say here, Marufa has done posting plan for June, looking good. Input much appreciated. And then put that in there. We're done. Okay. Moving on. So you need. When does this? I guess this needs to be. You need input on this sooner rather than later.
Yeah. Lara's now. Sorry, I think Lara's now taking over in the sense that I've given her the link as well. So she'll probably look at it, and on Monday's meeting or next week we can have a discussion. But I think we have enough time because it's for June.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So the emailing thing.
Yeah. So I really didn't understand. You were saying about AgriVentures email that I can. It's been when it sends. An email goes to me, then it gets forwarded to my actual email address, and I should test it on send something out. But I don't know like a password to log into.
Yeah. So you don't need a password. So basically, I mean so if we've got like an email, like I use Thunderbird here. If I do new and we get a Thunderbird, so in principle. And you could be doing this in Gmail or whatever. But if I now send to Marufa at agileventures.org, like this, test, and I send that, then in principle, that will go to you and it will be forwarded through to your, the Yahoo account.
Okay. So I should
you check your email.
Something. Yeah.
Yeah, and so that is the test that's working. It's not clear to me if the forwarding that I've got set up, so that's like Marufa at av.org.
I feel bad that I couldn't send any emails out, but I just don't want it to be sloppy. I want to make sure it looks professional.
Sure, totally. And this is, it's, I guess with here, I'm trying to find like, is there a quick solution to get you the right kind of address? And maybe it's something on this is going to, I think, your Yahoo account or what have you. But so the interesting thing with emails is they don't, a lot of the systems they don't check where you're sending from or who you're saying you are. That's why the email scams are so dangerous, because someone can say come from Theresa May at gov.uk and there's no check of it. But so then the links that I was sending you were about, if you have this is kind of an alias, right? It's just a forwarding address. Is potentially you can set up with Gmail and then to be able to send from a different email
I'll do it
address.
that way then.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if that works. I'm not 100% sure. You used to.
I'm going to test it to myself. I'll use my Gmail account, send it to my Yahoo account, and see how it goes. And if it looks good, then.
So.
Go on, Matt. What are you saying?
I'd like to do that also. So if you could post a solution in Slack.
Well, what I'll do is, I mean, there are things that the articles online about how you can, with your Gmail settings, set it up so that you can send from an alias. It's not like, I was also reading about one thing that used to work but didn't work. But so I sent all these links to Marufa. He said, gosh, the Slack is something's not right. Over there, look, it's saying we're having trouble connecting to Google. We'll keep trying. Goodness me. But I've just found these. I'll put them in the main marketing channel.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah, I won't try and configure it now.
Whichever one of us figures it out first, maybe can.
Yeah.
Tell the other.
I do have the option of creating a separate, like a mail account. AgileVentures.org is hosted on Gandhi, and my Sam at AgileVentures.org account is like a not a forwarded one, it's a full one, and I pull it down and access it by Thunderbird. And so they're more expensive, but I can create those kind of full accounts. But then you have a password and you need to be configuring to log in and so on. And if we can just do it this way, it's maybe simpler. It's also something to consider about whether we would upgrade our hosting package to get better email support, because not Marufa, sorry, Blondine. Oh gosh, what's it called? So so next week I'm around. The week after I'm going to be away, and I noticed that I can't set like an away message for my Agile Ventures account without upgrading the account. So I don't know. That's another thing to think about. So
I don't think we should waste money trying to upgrade our email support if there's alternatives. If I can, let me test it. Let me see if I can, if it looks good, because that's why I was trying to think if I can make the signature part look good with this, using some sort of software, because it's more about the content. Let's see if we can get some funds, because there's no point spending a lot of money trying to do emails, not getting any benefits out of it by getting anyone giving us grants or anything really.
Yes,
I don't know.
Yes. Well, I think it's funny thing. There's always a trade-off that we have in all sorts of these things about money versus time. So we've got in another project that we're working on, Async Voter. So we've spent must be like 5 or 10 hours trying to get set up with the system, moving from DigitalOcean to Azure, where we will potentially be saving money. But so it's always this balance. It's great not to waste money, but it's also great not to waste time. So yeah, have a go, and I've put all the links there in marketing. And Matt, you can have a play and see.
One of us.
Yeah,
we'll figure it out.
We'll have it, and if we can do it in like 30 minutes and it's done, fantastic. If it's like, oh no, 3 weeks later, no, it's not working, well, maybe we spend some money. Let's see. Okay, so then you were saying about the medium we talked about already, didn't we, Marufa? Yeah, in principle, the articles could also be being posted on Medium, and then they could be linked to from the newsletter, and that provides another line. So that's great. Is that so, Marufa? We can move on from your set of things now.
Yes. Sorry.
Right. No worries. It's good to get them all sorted out. So Blandine, you were going to ask about the HLP statistics.
Yes, because Agile Venture collaborator connection are include in our website statistics, In order to analyze the website, it would be better exclude AV collaborators' IP addresses.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And after excluding our connection from the statistics, I will be able to provide you with a more accurate picture.
Great.
Okay.
Yes.
And some web page have a boosting rate at 100%.
Okay, so this is all good stuff. Let's just check the context. So are we talking about the Google Analytics for the HLP site?
Okay.
I guess, and this is I'm not sure here. Let me just
okay.
So the HLP site, if we go so is the Healthy London system.
Yes.
So this is the HLP site, and that's live, and they did like a little bit of an announcement last night, and I'm inviting more people into it. And we actually, I noticed with this lovely helpful plugin that we can actually see. So this is some of the statistics.
Okay.
On the site here. So it's nice. So we can see here. We've got 68 unique users saw the site, and we can see where they've been clicking through on, which is nice. And then to view it, it's a great way. So if we view that in Google Analytics, and so I think in principle everybody has access to this now, the Google Analytics. And so Blandine, you were looking at the Google Analytics?
Yeah.
Is that right? That's so when you say HLP statistics, you mean the information about the people coming to HLP websites that we're getting from Google Analytics.
Okay.
But so you just mentioned, so excluding the AV collaborators. So I think that's a good idea. I would love to do this consistently across all our sites. I'm not sure if we're set up for it or quite how to do it. And then you were saying something about 100%.
For example, the main page of the website has a high bouncing rate.
It has a high bouncing rate. You're right. Yes.
So people are interested, but they don't find what they are looking for. I don't know. But,
I understand. So people come to the site, but then they go away straight away.
Yes.
I think absolutely. The other thing to consider is that the people landing on it are bots. Like we've had at least so here. So here we're seeing that looks pretty this is what we're seeing here. The bell, this is landing on the front page, and then the drop-off rate is 44%, and the through traffic is 55%.
Okay.
So I would that doesn't look too bad to me. I think at least when I compare that to maybe some of our other sites, which I would try and go to, I think I'm killing the browser here. Let me turn off some of the other things that are maybe eating up. But so that's the context. So you've been looking at this data, Blandine?
Yes.
Right. So I think you're absolutely right. If we can exclude the AV collaborators, that's
okay.
Important. What were the other things you wanted to say?
No, nothing.
Okay, but so you think you want to think about is there some way to improve the bounce rate? But yeah, I think it's early days for the site. It's only been live for a few days, so yeah, we want to keep coming back to this data.
Can I just ask, because
go
I
on,
didn't
Marufa.
kind of follow, who are the AV collaborators? What part is she wanting to?
So remember, I think that means like me, for
Oh.
example, or Pat, or Matt, or anybody else, or Lara, or anybody else who goes and views the site who's not like the intended stakeholder.
Okay, so us. Okay.
Yeah, basically, and that's standard
Oh, sorry.
practice. Yeah,
Okay.
to sort of do that so that we can, so that when we're
Sorry,
looking
I
at
just have
these-
to. Sorry.
That's right. If you gotta go, you gotta go. It's no problem. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's. I think when we're looking at this kind of data, we want to see the data from the people who the site is intended for, rather than the people who are going in and doing special admin. So yeah. Now, Blandine, do you know how to do this, or you're saying like you would like us to do it?
No, sorry, I don't understand.
Do you want to try and do this? So if we make now an action item, so
Okay.
to remove AV collabs from HLP GA stats. Collabs. So the person who's going to do this would be you.
Yes. Okay.
You want to do, or this
Okay.
should be me.
Well, I can try it.
You want to try? Yeah. Please, yeah. If you want to research and have a look, that would be fantastic. If you
Okay.
could have a go, and feel free to, ask me anytime
Okay.
for help, support. Don't worry. I'm not expecting you to do all and do perfect. It's just a try, and I
Okay.
will. I'm very happy to help. Okay, great. Yes. I'd really. I was thinking about this for the other sites, not HLP. It's very important, Nandine. So thank you for bringing that.
Can I
Go
just
on,
say
Go on,
something?
Rufa. Yep.
Sorry about that interruption. I was going to say, whoever does succeed in excluding us, can you show me what you're doing so I can learn? Sorry.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll present to Rufa. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do a review and we've got it working.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. So moving on then. So yeah, podcast news. The the other thing that could go in the newsletter is that I was on Ruby Rogues, and that's now live. So
Yeah, I was gonna suggest that actually, but I did find what it
easy for you to
was.
say that when I've just mentioned it, Federico. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No.
Yeah, of course you were. No,
No, I did not want to interrupt the other talk,
Sure.
but I did find from May 4th, Met Plus was the other item.
Okay.
And,
Yeah. No. I mean, yes. Right. No. That
but
makes
I think subsequently we decided to push it off, right?
yeah,
In a different meeting. Yeah.
I was just, because I'm putting together this case studies thing. I was just asking the guys about Met Plus again, about where they are. If they say that there's like they've got a new production app. I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep digging there because I need to dig. But anyway, yeah. So we've got Ruby Rogues, and so here, look, we've got me talking on Ruby Rogues. The episode kind of came out of sequence for some reason I don't understand, but I'll just put that in the marketing channel. But so that's I haven't had a listen to it yet. I don't know what quality it's going to be like, but it's I think it's difficult to say. We've had a wave of new members coming in. That might be the podcast. Well, certainly some people have emailed me and they're offering me collaborations and possibilities and things. So I think it's great that it's up. It is also the MOOC has just gone live as well, and so that's also bringing people into the site. So we don't know. I guess it would be interesting to just look at here as if we have the data on the site, which I haven't looked at for a while. But I think just judging from the number of contacts that I've had for collaboration and things, it's a really valuable thing to kind of get on a podcast and talk about these things. On that note, so Federico, you were going to be thinking about Greater Than Code and the changelog, and possibly recommending me to go on those podcasts.
Yeah. So I listened to like half of a changelog and half of no, more like a quarter of that changelog episode you suggested, and half of a Greater Than Code. And I did listen to the very first section of your episode on Ruby Rogues. Sounds good. Yeah, just barely this morning. So I'll listen to the rest of that, and I'll listen to the rest of those. I do want to like listen to one more episode if you have another suggestion. Particular suggestion.
I'll try it.
So I want to
at
least listen to at least two before.
Okay. I mean, I think from my point of view, having listened to the bottom line is the changelog is basically it's all about open source, right? That's every episode is all about open source and different aspects of open source. Greater Than Code is basically all about people in technology and different kinds of people and how they have trouble breaking through and this, that, and the other. And anyway, I think they're both very aligned with what we're doing. So, but we can just have a look here. Actually, you can see here that in comparison with the HLP site, this is our agileventures.org site. We're getting, like 77% kind of bounce off or drop-offs off the front page there. So the HLP site, it's all new. Is it behavior? I want to see overview. I got too many things running again, but here we go. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, we're like up to 20,000 unique page views. Like you can see there's a sort of spike here. I mean, partly because we've got the Google AdWords campaign running, where the bounce rate 75%. It's interesting to me that there's this one article that we had when we had articles that was written by Yarrow about testing with RSpec stubs, mocks, and batteries, what to use, that just gets it's kind of into there. I think it must be linked into some Russian blog somewhere or something. That was really, really popular. Anyway, so great that the podcast got released. I'm kicking myself that I didn't mention in the podcast, I didn't mention in the sponsorship stuff, because I'd really love to have more people sponsoring, underprivileged developers in other parts of the world. But there we go. So other things, moving on from podcasts, Twitter. I was just looking at our Twitter account. The HLP people were talking about, promoting their site over Twitter. I was looking at our Agile Ventures account. I mean, our Agile Ventures Twitter account just looks ridiculous at the moment. If we go to twitter.com Agile Ventures, it sort of didn't look quite so crazy before, because it was alternating the posting of the Hangout links and the videos, right? And now that the Google Hangout plugin finished, it's basically just a series of these posts about our, just about the Hangouts. And I don't know about anybody else, but when I look at this, like if I was to arrive here and like I want to know something about Agile Ventures and I've gone to here, it's kind of like, it's basically lots of links to Hangouts that I can't join. Do you know what I mean?
I would say with the social media posting plan, we can add Twitter as well, and hopefully some of the images, not all of them with the links, but because of the character restrictions, but we can start posting stuff on maybe Twitter so that it's more up to date.
I kind of agree. I don't know if you think, Matt, because we've worked on trying to fix up the Twitter posting thing. I'm just not aware of anybody. I think the idea behind this was that people would see our tweets and they would join the Hangout. But I've never had anybody say, "Oh yeah, I saw your Hangout on the tweet and then I joined it." I think, Federico, were you saying that you used to keep up with the videos being posted on Twitter or something?
Yeah, I used to on my iPad. I used to go to the Twitter app. Yeah. And then from there, it would actually play the video, the scrum on there. I think.
But yeah,
or either that or it opened the YouTube app. I forgot.
Right. And I think when we had the YouTube links being posted there, it kind of made sense. Now we've lost them because, I mean, we could be trying to fix that, but the posting the Hangout links seems, you know, like, and it's kind of also, we've got this, you know, a lot of these weren't being posted because they were over length, and we fixed it so it would like truncate things that are over length, and now it just posts things and they're kind of like, you know, as a function of the hashtag length on the, yeah, it's kind of, we need to, I guess we'll take this up in the website one meeting. I think we need to shut that down here. It's just silly.
Yeah, I agree, because it also, if anybody other than you starts a Hangout, it tweets on their Twitter, and I don't really want them on mine because it doesn't do anything.
Did they? Really? They tweet on other people's Twitter?
Oh, if I start a Hangout,
Does it?
tweet on my account?
Really? I'm surprised at that. Anyway, we'll take this up in the website one
Well,
meeting.
that's probably not desired. Yeah.
No. I mean, I'm kind of surprised because we don't have Twitter integration on the account on the system, right? Like, I'm surprised that even.
I'm telling you my Twitter every.
I'm not. I'm just. I believe.
Oh, yeah.
I believe you. I'm just saying. I'm kind of like. I didn't think we had the capacity to do that. I didn't think we'd had that integration in place.
Using your credential, your current.
Yeah, but I guess. But we're doing it. So anyway, for the website one meeting, but I think we've got to like fix up tweets. We've got now the Hangout plugin has failed. The video tweets don't go out, and we are left with junk Hangout tweets. It should be removed. Okay.
While you're there, Sam.
Yeah, go on.
Would it be useful to have, when people sign up, to have where did you discover Agile Ventures, or do you get that analytics anyways?
We get some data about that. It might be useful. Let's bring that. That's something to bring up in the.
Okay, yeah, I thought maybe you could enter a ticket, but if you don't.
Feel free to add a ticket. I think. I mean, it's kind of part of that whole flow. We could be encouraging people to give that information once they've signed up. But yeah, we have to look carefully at that flow. That's an interesting idea. Going on to HLP. I just did a kind of like a final report for HLP about, you know, everything that we did. Final report there, which I didn't share. It basically goes through like everything we did, like the legal firm that we used. But I've also got this section in here about the marketing strategy. I think I did share this actually in the.
You did.
No, I shared it in the NHS Wiki channel. Yeah, I shared it in the NHS Wiki channel. So we've got this thing of, you know, we're going to be needing to deliver monthly reports with, I think, it's largely data that we get from Google Analytics. But there's also this, this marketing strategy and implementation plan. I guess I'm gonna, I've used Web CEO to get the search engine optimization out. I'm gonna basically need to work more with the NHS team next week to work out the, social media plan there, because we're basically supposed to be supporting the ongoing, marketing of the site. But no action items today, just to mention that. Okay, so I think we're coming up to the end. Federico, did you want to mention anything else? We've got like a little bit of time left.
Yeah, just real quick, I'll move to the buttons first, just before Marufa has to leave. So I reversed these, so now it looks like it pops up.
Oh, let's look. Yeah.
So if you can see that, yeah. So
just do mouse over here. Okay, so right, it's right the other way around.
Yeah. So that's and it still retains the same colors. On top of that, here's the other option, which it changes to the orange.
That's nice.
And it pops up. But it still has that other light blue or blue that matches the nav bar. And then finally, I have pure orange with darker orange.
I like the middle one.
Which one?
The second option that you showed, the orange.
So blue and orange.
I like that one. It's just my preference, but yeah.
Okay. What about you, Sam?
I kind of liked the last one,
I like the last one.
just because I think that the
Stands out.
yeah, I mean, I think it's all about, we want that, you know, like if, for people landing on the site, I don't know, it's difficult, isn't it? Like we don't necessarily want them to immediately click there, but we certainly want them to notice the button. That would be the call to action, that's the place that they would click on. Although I think in some ways though, it's like, I'm still a fan of the original one with the kind of the light blue, because that's kind of like the color of buttons, I guess. I don't know. It's like, you know, using either of the, like we've got our two tones in the top level, right? But if we, when we look at other sites, do other sites color their buttons the same colors as their two tones in the top? Do you know what I mean? Like, aren't buttons usually something kind of like slightly different color?
Well, I mean, they're at least styled. There's no style to the live site right now. It's just button primary, right? Button primary class.
I'm not saying it shouldn't be styled. I'm just it's about using the same color as, like, by using the same color on the button as one of those two tones, then we kind of it kind of makes it recede into the background. Whereas if it's a different color from either of those two tones, makes it stand out. No.
Yeah, but I think it's just a bad color.
Yeah. So maybe a different color. I mean, maybe like it needs to be a third color that goes better with those two colors that we have. But I guess I'm reacting against making it be like, oh look, something technically wrong on Twitter. Oh no, Twitter's down. It's the end of the world. No, I think Trump's probably eventually he's overloaded Twitter. Oh no, it's back again. Oh, there we go.
I think the orange of the third one, it does stand out a bit more, but the blue was nice because it was the original blue, because it really is, it stood out. And even that orange, the lighter shade to dark kind of blends. I don't know. It could be orange, but a different complete shade.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just looking at some. For
But
example,
I just like the shadow.
Federico, if we have a look here, we'll have a look here at GitHub, right? They've got a few colors that they're using, but then they've got a bright green here to highlight the clone or download thing, which is what they're kind of, that's the main call to action on the page, right?
Sure.
So, go
I
on.
don't think we heard from Blandine. Could you?
Yeah, Blandine, do you have a preference?
For me, it will be better if it will be another color, because it's more with the I don't know. It's more attractive. No.
Yeah.
The shadow is very good, but the color is not very.
It doesn't stand out.
Yeah. But
Yeah, Matt.
Yeah, I guess I'm agreeing with her.
Are you voting for 3?
Maybe the third one.
Okay.
You know, or the original, because it's the link color, but those are the two.
All right, thank you. So
Federico, sorry, if
yeah.
you do have time, can you do the blue, the original blue with the shadow in the background? See how that looks?
no, I can't.
Okay, it's horrible. Okay. That's all
I
right.
think we've got to play that Federico really doesn't like that blue. I mean, it's I have to say I'm not a big fan of the shadow so much. I don't know. I mean, I think like the what I would say is, because it feels to me like the problem that we have is that particular color is not working for Federico. But so I wonder, Federico, could you maybe find a different color that's not one of those other two that would work for you? Would that be an interesting thing to try?
Yeah.
And I guess in the background, what just occurred to me as we were sort of looking at this, and as we're trying to encourage people to click on that button, is it occurs to me that clicking on that button, we go to another page that looks quite unattractive. Do you know what I mean?
Guys, I'm so sorry. I have to go.
That's not a problem at all.
Okay.
Mariko.
Bye.
Take care. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday.
You too. Bye.
Bye for now. Federico, are you on a real version of the site there? Can you click through to the page that we go when we click on, if someone clicks on that?
Actually, it's the local. Let me start up. Give me 1 second. I need to start up the server.
Oh well, don't worry. Don't worry. Don't.
No, it'll take no time.
No, I can do it on I can do it on a thing here. And I don't have to start a server. It takes less time. But so I'm on the develop server here. But so I thought it would just log out, you silly thing. Okay. But so if we click on that button there, we end up on this page, and the with GitHub and the with Google kind of look all right now. But we've got the whole thing about I don't know about anybody else, but this page here kind of doesn't. I mean, it doesn't. It's not very attractive. This kind of just looks odd to me. No, is it just me or anybody else?
Why do we give a lot of information for existing users but not new ones? You know what I mean?
I'm not sure what you mean. Say again.
The change we just made with the escalating sign up. I thought if you're an existing and you want to upgrade to Plus, doesn't it take you to the?
It does. It does. This is the logged out state. Yeah.
So this is somebody who doesn't.
This is someone who doesn't have an account. So
account at all. So it seems like we should also be giving them some information about.
Well, indeed.
Benefits.
Right.
I'm agreeing with you. I think.
Yeah. There's. I mean, well, that's actually another level which but the argument might be actually that rather than landing on this page, sorry, Federico, we're now kind of going off in a slightly different direction, but rather than this page, for too many pages, it was. Oh, by the way, Amy Lightholder has written about recommending Agile Ventures as an internship place on here, which is just totally awesome. God, I've got so many things going on. What am I doing? Go on, Agile Ventures. Yeah, we just pushed live, by the way, Federico, this thing from our talk about the website one project. But if you're logged in there, it's got upgrade to premium for additional support. It now takes us to the premium page where you can immediately start reading about the benefits of premium. And if you like the sound of it, then you click through to the payment page. I guess it would follow by the same argument that in that state of being logged out, I've got it in the other one here, that when we click through on this,
it should take you to free.
Yeah, right, that it would take you to the premium free. Have we got a free tier one?
Yeah, we do. I think it's just free / free.
Yeah, there you go, like that. And so
we can do that easy.
Yeah, we could do that. I mean, even then, I'd still say that this, the page that we end up here, the sign up one, it's still, I don't know. We just need to sort this text out and the sizing and this and that. But notice we've got this. We've got Google to be. This is the Google blue color, and that's black. And anyway, okay.
I was going to suggest a video right between the sign up and the buttons.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Like an embedded video someone would click and it would be talking you through the benefits of.
I'm excited about what you're going to get.
Yeah. That's the next level up. I think there's providing this there could be if one had a well polished video that was saying look, you'll get these things, it's awesome, it'd be fantastic, that would be great, but we need to make those videos. Okay. Well, I really appreciate you putting all that work in for the different alternatives for the button, Federico, and I hope you don't feel too just crestfallen that we're kind of oh, well, this and that and whatever.
Yeah. No, it wasn't. It wasn't much work at all. That's why.
No.
That's why I did it. Yeah.
Excellent.
So it was quick, and so basically I got a rejection on all three, right?
You kind of got mixed feedback on all.
Yeah.
There was, I think, people, giving them praise, like find another car.
No, we agreed on Federico do some more work on this.
Yeah, like maybe
Find another color.
Yeah. And I guess because obviously that color that we have at the moment bothers you, and we need to fix that, and we care that it bothers you. So yes, and if you can't find another color, then maybe we're going to push it back onto us. And we're fine color, then you can reject all of our suggestions and then feel better. So that'll work too. Okay, cool. Now the podcast, was that the ABC podcast you wanted to talk about?
Was it? No, it was actually. It was. What was it? Yeah, it was. Sorry, about getting the podcast on Stitcher.
Right.
So,
yeah, I don't know what Stitcher is, but
Stitcher, it's kind of like it aggregates all your podcasts.
Okay.
And
would
so
would that get it onto iTunes?
see, I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Okay.
And actually,
No
what else
worries.
can I click on?
I think getting it on.
Maybe a static page too on the site, or
Yeah. That's. I mean.
So it's pretty popular, at least over here.
Yeah.
Like everyone who has a podcast, they say listen to us on Stitcher.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I think anything that you think is a good idea and that you're willing to spend time on, that's fantastic. I guess my concern with the thing that links up, so the Ruby Rogues podcast went live, and we had, mentioned that the Agile Book Club podcast on there, and so potentially we will be getting people coming. It's currently on SoundCloud, isn't it? But so there's kind of, we need a strategy going forward about, we're continuing to record podcasts. I think we're up to like 10 or 11 of them. We need a strategy going forward for releasing more podcasts. So we've had 53 downloads there.
Okay.
Or 53. Oh,
So-
yeah. Some people go on.
Probably about 9 of those are probably from just this week from Ruby Rogues.
Yeah. Right. But so it would be, I guess my concern is, I think you're busy with lots of other things, but you're our kind of podcast publication pipeline. And so I guess I'm thinking, how do we help you release more podcasts, or how do we make it so that it's not a burden on you and we get someone else to do it?
Just continue to bug me about it and say,
Oh, yeah.
hey, have you mixed a podcast yet?
Right. Okay.
To it.
So you were, I mean, the first one with that kind of funky recording setup was a lot of work. We were hoping that the second one would not be so much work. Have you looked? I guess you haven't looked into that yet.
No, I said I would, but I have not yet.
Okay.
So I apologize.
No
So
problem.
yeah, it helps if you keep bugging me about it.
Okay. So Federico, it's produce second ABC podcast
And
and document how
is-
you gone and
Yeah.
document how you did it, so that we don't always have to bug you. And then I will bug Federico about podcasts. Okay. Yeah.
and with Stitcher, you do have to. They just need an RSS feed. So basically, getting them that, and you do have to apply.
Okay.
So I could just apply here, and then they contact you, and they promote it too. So it would be good to get on there.
All right. Great.
So, that's about it.
Yeah. Anything else you wanted to say about the React model?
Just that I listened to I watched the first 2,
Mhm.
and so that I could write about it, and
Yeah.
and that's about it.
All right. Great. There we go. Well, I think that's our session. Is anybody else blocked on anything or have any questions about anything else? If not, thank you very much. That's our marketing meeting. My suggestion for more frequent, shorter meetings didn't seem to meet with much interest. What I would say to Blandine, if you do want to check in with me more frequently, you can join the daily scrums and just listen to learn more about Agile Ventures, and also I can answer questions.
Okay,
So
it's a good idea.
feel free to jump in on those the Kent Beck and Martin Fowler scrums, which I'm usually in. Great. So, well, everybody have a great weekend. I'll see maybe some of you in the website one meetings later on today. And yeah, we'll see you again on Monday.
Sounds good.
Bye for now.
All right. Bye.